Guys, you might recall last year I did a story talking about two nurses in New York who got busted selling fake COVID vaccination ID cards. And at the time I told you that this was just the beginning of things. You know that this is the future. You know, when they're putting all of these mandates and requirements out there, all that does is inspire people to get around it because that's what people do when they don't want to do things. I mean, you're creating a market for this. And I told you that was just going to be the beginning. And now we have another story, which I'm sure is far from the only story that's out there. But here's another story of two more nurses. Interestingly enough, both stories are about nurses. So we have two nurses out of Long Island who just got busted for selling fake COVID vaccination ID cards. And it said that they made over $1.5 million off of this, guys. Now, there are some implications here that I want to talk about other than the obvious about what they're doing and whether it's right or wrong or whatever. But yeah, let's talk about the implications of this, guys. This is the gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. And here we have it. We have that old Laverne and Shirley can-do spirit. You know, we're gonna make our dreams come true. And we'll do it our way, yes, our way. Making our dreams come true, yes, we'll do it our way. Yeah, well, okay. I know a lot of you out there are not old like I am, so you're like, what the hell is he even talking about? There was a show back in the day called Laverne and Shirley, which was a spinoff off of another old show called Happy Days with the Fonz, if anybody even remembers that, you know what I mean? So anyway, it was about two enterprising young women, you know, trying to make their way. Kind of like two broke girls, but back in the day, you know? Anyway, so you got these two nurses out there, and yeah, so they're selling these fake IDs. And actually, one of the sources that I saw this on was the New York Post. Yeah, you got to love the New York Post. All right, so I don't even know how they're still around today. Rag that it is. But I'm going to read off of their website. So this is on nypost.com. And it says here, cash injection. NY nurses busted for forging Vax cards in $1.5 million scheme. $1.5 million. And it says here, two Long Island healthcare workers were busted for allegedly forging COVID-19 vaccination cards in a cash injection scheme that raked in over $1.5 million, according to officials and reports. Julie DeVuono, a 49-year-old nurse practitioner, Marissa Urano, a 44-year-old licensed practical nurse, and Snooki, are accused, not Snooki, are accused $220 for fake, they sold the fake cards for $220 for adults, $85 for children, the Suffolk County Police Department said on Friday. As nurses, these two individuals should understand the importance of legitimate vaccination cards as we all work together to protect public health, Suffolk County Police Commissioner Rodney K. Harrison said. The women allegedly ran the scam from November 2021 until this month out of Wild Child Pediatric Healthcare in Amityville. Ooh, it's the Amityville Horror, guys, which is owned and operated by DeVuono, the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office told NBC4. The duo would then add the bogus information into the New York State Immunization Information System to falsely list the individuals as vaccinated. And as per doing that, these people who bought these fake cards were able to go into all of the wonderful places in NYC that guys like me can't go. And here is the issue, guys. Here's the deeper issue that I want to talk about here, okay? Because our fucked up politicians insist on painting this as a unvaccinated versus a vaccinated situation and then sit back while we claw each other's eyes out, because they insist on doing that, we overlook what this is really about, which is about control. I think we all should know that by now. Deep down inside, we all know that. And this $1.5 million that these people made prove that more people know that than are willing to admit. Okay, so because it's about control, I would say that the breakdown of what we are in this society here today is more those who comply, those who don't comply, and those who don't comply but pretend to comply. And that's what we have going on here. And like I said, I dare say that this is probably more widespread than these people are willing to admit. So the question is, have we ever had a handle on this, as far as the so-called pandemic is concerned? Of course, their control, they'll never have control. And this is what people like this need to understand. As long as human beings have been a thing, there have always been human beings who want to control those other human beings, whether it's through slavery, whether it's through tyranny, or anything else like that. But people will find a way. They'll always find a way around all of this business. All right. So, but the thing is, I want people to understand this isn't the way to do it. And I said that on that other video as well. Okay. If you're not down with this bullshit, then you need to just take a stand. People like me, I don't go to these places. I don't go to restaurants in New York. I made a whole video talking about that. I don't go anywhere. I'm not going to these places. I refuse. I don't even wear my New York Yankee fitted anymore. And I used to wear that all the time. I won't do it because I won't support these measures that they're putting in place, these fucking mandates that are compromising and cheapening our lives. I won't do that. Okay. And I won't pretend to do it. People like this are the real enemy here, because instead of standing up straight and looking people in the eye and say, no, we're not going to do it, they rather crawl around and find themselves people like this to buy these fake IDs off of, so they can go in and make it seem like these people with their draconian measures and all of these things that they're doing are actually taking effect and taking hold, when we know that can't possibly be the case. People are not into this type of thing, into this type of existence where you'll be told what you can and can't do. Otherwise, you can't live. Okay? People like us who just say that we're not going to do it, we've been called anti-vaxxers, even though we're just saying what we're not going to do. You can do what you want to do. Okay, we're not the ones who are stopping other people from doing the things that they want to do with their bodies. Go ahead and do it. If you feel that the benefits outweigh the risks and the questions, then by all means, go ahead. But where does that part come in where you stop the rest of us from doing what we want to do, especially when it's already been proven that the vaccines are not stopping things, and if you are jabbed, you're still able to transmit it. You still carry the same viral load. So what are you talking about? You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. So for you people who are actually doing this, you're just hurting the cause. Okay, I understand everyone has got to get their hustle on. These people are making over $1 million, and I'm sure, like I said, they're far from the only ones that's doing it. But ultimately, the longer we drag this out, the longer we give the appearance that we are complying, the more this is going to go on. And like I said, the more things like this are exposed, the closer we get to the barcode, the chip that's going to be implanted in all of us. It'll be the only way to get around shit like this. Doesn't take a genius to see that's where we're heading. So it says here, furthermore, at their arraignment on Friday, prosecutors also alleged that the pair forged vaccine cards for undercover NYPD officers, NBC4 reported. Investigators uncovered $900,000 in cash at DeVorno's home. It must have looked like that scene out of Goodfellas when they were coming for Henry, and Karen flushed it all down the toilet. What are you doing, Karen? That's all we had. Oh, I'm sorry. Put the gun down, Karen. Okay, so anyway, financial records at DeVorno's home allegedly show the duo made off with more than $1.5 million in profits. God damn, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot of people out here who are really not down with the program. You know what I'm saying? Both DeVorno and Arrero were charged with forgery. DeVorno, isn't there a pizza called that? DeVorno, was additionally charged with the count of offering fraud. All right, so that's all we got going on there. They are busted, and guys, I have to believe that they intend on throwing the book at them to make an example out of them. But ultimately, it can't be stopped, guys. It can't be stopped. And we have to understand this. Like I said before, if this is something that we don't want, and $1.5 million of just one of these scams of many that's out there suggests to me that there's a whole fucking lot of people out here who are not interested in getting that shot. So to those people, I say, stop fucking around and just stand up with the rest of us and say, we're not going to do it. We're just not going to do it. All right, this is what we're choosing. Nuremberg Code speaks to this. You can't force people to do something with their bodies through loss of job and opportunity and lifestyle and all that stuff. You just can't do it, okay? But here we are, guys. So I just wanted to point that out, guys, because once again, it's a teachable moment for the rest of us who might be thinking about something like this. The only way to effectively and substantially get around this is by just standing up and saying what your choice is. I know I've made my choice. You can get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this. As always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. Catch me on Twitter, catch me on Rumble, catch me on Odyssey. Give me a follow in those places. I got to start dropping those links. But thank you guys for your support. I'll talk to you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.